let's transition now into our new segment standard for the upcoming NFL season. As you all know, we like to do a little bit of competitive things here on this podcast. And well, um, it was actually Trey that came up with this idea to do this. We're calling it WHS Pick 'em. And this is essentially where we pick out 3 games week by week, 2 locks, 1 upset, and whoever has the best record by the end of the season wins an awards. I guess I'll just go from top to bottom here. I'll start with TK. 2 locks and your upsets. You could possibly start off 3-0.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills. I'm gonna go with a lock for the Bills. I think the Bills got that one in the bag. Let's go with the Denver Broncos versus Seattle Seahawks. I think Denver Broncos. You can go ahead and lock that in the bag. As far as an upset, y'all really not gonna like me for this one, but let's go with the Cowboys over the Bucks. I think that the Buccaneers are gonna go in. First of all, I'm going to talk about Tom Brady first, actually. Whatever he had going on in the offseason that he missed 21 days, bro, I've read a lot of theories. Some people said he had COVID. Some people said, I mean, he came back looking super skinny. I mean, if you guys saw the memes about his face, like his face just looked super, super skinny. Like he didn't look like himself, bro. Like looked like he lost like 20 pounds, dude. Like it looked really weird. I think that may affect him during that game one because he missed 21 days of practice, missed 21 days of training camp, and I think that may affect Tom Brady just a little bit. Not to mention that the offensive line, bro. I mean, man, it's gonna be bad this year, bro. I think they lost 3 offensive linemen. I could be wrong, 2 or 3. I know it was somewhere around there.
So I definitely have my lock set. I know what I'm going with that. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers over the Chicago Bears. That shouldn't be a close game. The 49ers, their defensive line versus the Chicago Bears offensive line, complete mismatch. Don't see that game being close. My other lock is going to be Tolu's Baltimore Ravens over the New York Jets. They're missing their starting quarterback. No Zach Wilson. They have Joe Flacco starting. That I don't really see being much of a game. Baltimore Ravens are going to win by double digits. I'm struggling to find an upset. I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence under Doug Peterson, the new head coach, new staff, new everything. I think they're going to upset the Washington Commanders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My first lock is going to be the New Orleans Saints versus the Falcons. That's going to be a slaughter. It's not going to be a good game for them. My second lock, I don't want to choose the same as Sean did, but don't care. I'm going to also go with the Ravens over the Jets. That's easy money right there. And then my upset, I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals over the Chiefs. No D-Hop, no problem.
Right. So, 2 locks. I'm picking my Ravens because you already know I have to root for my Ravens. Even though they haven't paid Lamar yet, I already ranted enough about that, and it's still making me mad. So I'm picking the Ravens over the Jets. I swear to God, if we lose to the Jets, I'm going MIA. You guys will never see me here. I'm taking a 2 weeks off if we lose to the Jets. That's all I'm going to say. Second lock, the Colts and the Texans. I'm thinking the Colts will blow the Texans out because the Texans stink. Nothing about the Texans are good right now. But one upset that I think is going to happen, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to upset the Cincinnati Bengals because the Cincinnati Bengals are going to. I think George Pickens is going to go off that game. I just have faith in George Pickens.
My first lock is going to be the Bucks over the Cowboys. I think the Bucks are going to blow them out. I think the Cowboys this season are going to be pretty bad, and I don't think it's going to be that close of a game. My second lock is going to be the Broncos over the Seahawks. I think the Broncos are going to come out and go on a big lead, and the Seahawks are not going to be able to come back from it. And my upset of the week, I'm going to go same thing as Tolu. Pittsburgh over Cincinnati, because I've been thinking of that game for the 1 o'clock slot, and I think Pittsburgh entering that game is going to shock everyone.
Right. So, for my first lock for week 1, I think it's pretty obvious. I have the Eagles over the Lions. It's going to be in Detroit, but we beat their butts last season in Detroit. So I expect us to have a pretty like convincing victory right there. Don't make that face, CK. Um, you'll make my upset a whole lot easier to pick because I'm struggling with one right now. My second lock, let's go with the Broncos over the Seahawks. I saw the Seahawks in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but it didn't look good. And my upset, I'm gonna go with the Vikings over the Packers. I do think we see is kind of what we saw in the upset last season. The Vikings they come out, they hit Green Bay in their jaws, and I think they do enough to pick up the victory and secure the upset. Stay tuned for WHS Pick 'em, week 2 for next week.